This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. The big news around the planet is about Trump supporters storming the nation's capital. I mean, you had thousands of these people out. And I'm just wondering, why wasn't security beefed up, knowing what these people were capable of doing? Not going to say they knew exactly what they were going to do, but they knew they would probably pull something like this. And why wasn't security beefed up? Now, one lady was shot. One, she later passed on. But had there been some black people that stormed the nation's capital like that, I'm quite sure more than one would have been shot, and more than one would have passed on. But we keep talking about white privilege in this country, and now you see it. And people talking about, oh, this is a bad look for America. How is this a bad look for America? I mean, have you really looked up America's history? I don't think you have. If you think that this is a bad look, I can name hundreds of things that look worse than this. And why are you so surprised about that? I mean, just right, was it yesterday that they found these cops up in Kenosha? No wrongdoing. I mean, that's shocking to me. That's something that should not be happening in America that continues to happen. And you're talking about a bunch of Trump supporters that you allowed to storm the White House. I mean, I'm looking, and the cops are just walking around. They weren't really trying to bring some order. You know, I keep saying, I was telling my brother that all policing agencies, and that includes the military, are all full of racists. They are all full of racists. Remember, at one time, black people could not even join the military or the police force. Anytime they talk about the first black this or that, that's proof of how racist America is. And they pretend as if they're surprised at the behavior of these Trump supporters. Well, it's no different from when they were throwing people out of those Trump rallies. I don't see any different behavior. While you are throwing the books at black people and spanking white people on the wrist, the world is watching. I keep saying this one thing. America is going to destroy itself. You have people in America that are afraid of the black people. Oh, the black people. If they ever get into power, what they gonna do to us? You're scared of Hispanics. You're scared of Muslims. You're scared of Asians. But it hasn't dawned on you that, hey, maybe if I treat these people a little nicer, that maybe if they would come into power, they would not annihilate us. But you don't have to worry about that because you are going to annihilate yourself. You are annihilating yourself right now. As I said, one of the Trump supporters was shot and killed. I mean, they should have been killed because they have violated this nation's capital. I mean, they got inside and just walking all over the place, grabbing stuff, touching stuff, standing all over, just totally disrespected the nation's capital. While the policing agencies just stood back and watched. As I said, when they was getting ready to come out with this ruling about the cops in Kenosha, they let everybody know ahead of time, well, we're preparing for it, and we're gonna beef up security. We might have to call in the National Guards, but they knew this day was coming, and they didn't do not a one thing that they do to try to prevent it, and really, they didn't do nothing to try to stop it. I mean, they let these people just walk all over the place, touching things, and as I say, I just cannot get over the fact that this white privilege that continues to happen here in America. As a black person, yes, I'm very upset about it. Because, as I say, had there been some black people walking around the nation's capital talking about going up and down, hey man, it would have been a bloodbath. And what's so funny about it, they talking about, Trump need to tell his supporters to stop it, to calm down. You wouldn't have told us nothing like that. Y'all would have, I mean, why would you have to tell Donald Trump to do it? Isn't Joe Biden the president? Why can't he say it? I don't think anybody would listen to Joe Biden anyway. But why aren't they doing anything about it? Why are they handling these supporters with kid gloves? Well, I know y'all know them. Probably know their fathers and grandfathers. Well, that's old Jim Beam's boy right there. He just fighting for his rights. These people hollering about this is our house. Man, you know what? And I think I listened to this one guy. I'm not going to bring his name, but I listened to his show today. And it just surprised me when I hear black people hollering about this is our country and talking about the Constitution and what's right and what's wrong. I just don't understand black people like that. I really don't. Because as I see it, everything, the Constitution and the laws, they didn't have black people in mind. And some black people feel as if, man, if they can just be docile enough that they will go throughout their life being unnoticed by race soldiers. Some black people feel as if I can act so good enough to where they won't see me. They see you. They just haven't got to you yet. And since they really don't want to do anything about it to these Trump supporters, they really don't want to arrest them and handle them, well, prepare for chaos. Because as I said, you people are going to destroy each other. One thing because I kind of read up on white people history a little bit. What I found out about white people is, all y'all not on the same page either. I mean, y'all got some white coons too. Some white people don't like other white people. I mean, look at it right now. The Democrats versus the Republicans. Two white people, two different viewpoints. I just want to know what these Democrats are going to do about it. What are they going to do about these Trump supporters storming the White House? Will anything happen? Will they get the black folks treatment? Or will they get a good old slice of white privilege pie? Yeah, it was funny seeing all these senators and people running, hiding from Trump supporters. I mean, as I said, what you people are showing is how weak America really is and how you just been lying. I mean, you pretending as if you're all tough and we got everything under control, and if you come here, this and that'll happen to you. Well, all these Trump supporters, and I'm not sure it's not that damn many, but it's quite a few numbers, but it's not that many. I'm quite sure you have more National Guardsmen than those people that's out there. But you are showing how your security can be breached. I think now they are imposing some type of curfew. They don't want to catch anybody on the streets. But do you have enough officers to patrol the entire city? Old Donald Trump said he's not going to give up without a fight. You know, I just really want to see what the outcome is going to be. I mean, this has been one interesting soap opera we've been watching for the past 10, 11 years. You know, it's just like a soap opera because it never ends. You have to come back, tune in tomorrow to see what else is going to happen. You know, what America needs to be careful of is that while they are bickering amongst themselves, someone else can come right in and take over. You know, and to be honest with you, it needs to be taken over because the leaders of America are doing a terrible, terrible job. They're just doing a terrible job. The race relations in this country is terrible. The economic situation here is terrible. This COVID situation is terrible. And the way you allow these races to run amok is terrible. I got my popcorn ready. This is going to be very interesting, to say the least. You know, America, you're in bad luck. I mean, you didn't give black people the 40 acres and the mule. You won't give us the reparations. You're jinxing yourself. And until you try to do what's right, it's not going to get any better. Did anybody ever ask Paula White what happened to those spirits from Africa and South America?